Wait, did you hear what Johnny Depp just dropped? No, seriously. This one's wild. If you thought Depp was done surprising people after all the drama and his big Hollywood comeback, think again. Because what he just launched? It's got fans and even critics speechless. And let's be real, if you've ever felt like celebrities only do boring brand deals or play it safe, this new move from Johnny will completely flip that idea. Whether you're a longtime fan or someone who just watches Pirates of the Caribbean on lazy weekends, you're gonna want to know about this. In this video, we're talking about Johnny Depp's newest release. It's personal, bold, and unlike anything he's done before. And stick around till the end, because there's a twist you won't see coming. So, what exactly did Johnny Depp just release? Get this, it's a limited edition art and fashion collection. But it's not just some celebrity slapping his name on a hoodie. Nope. This one's different. It's handcrafted, full of meaning, and it tells his story, through fame, pain, and everything in between. Let's go back a little. A few years ago, Depp quietly started sharing some of his paintings. He painted portraits of legends like Bob Dylan, Heath Ledger, and other personal heroes. People were shocked. Turns out, Depp isn't just an actor. He's a really talented visual artist, too. Fast forward to now. He's teamed up with a luxury design brand to create a capsule collection. It's a mix of art, storytelling, and fashion. Picture this, raw brush strokes printed on jackets, emotional sketches stitched onto t-shirts, and jewelry inspired by vintage pieces from his mother's collection. One fan called it wearable poetry. Another said it feels like stepping inside Johnny's mind. And here's the wild part. Only 88 sets were made. Why 88? Depp says it stands for infinity, 2 loops that never end. Pretty deep, right? Each piece is numbered and signed. But not just with his name. Some have quotes. Others have just one word. All of them have a bit of mystery. Classic Johnny. Now, you might be wondering, isn't this just another overpriced celebrity thing? Totally fair question. You're probably thinking, wait, isn't this just another celebrity slapping their name on something to make a few bucks? And honestly, that would have been easy to assume. A lot of celebs do that. But here's the cool part about this one. A portion of the money from Johnny Depp's latest release is actually going to support mental health programs for young artists. Yep, you heard that right. This project isn't just about fashion or fame. It's not even just about the art. It's also about giving back. Helping creatives who are still finding their voice. Who might be struggling behind the scenes. It's no secret that mental health is a huge issue in the creative world. A lot of young artists feel unseen or unsupported. So to see someone like Depp, who's been through some heavy stuff himself, put real money and energy into a cause like this? That hits different. He's not just showing his art. He's making space for others to do the same. And that brings us to what the experts are saying. A fashion curator from Vogue described this drop as a deeply authentic collision of soul and style. She didn't hold back. According to her, this isn't your typical celeb collab. There's something raw here. Something real. She said it's not about following trends or hopping on a bandwagon. Depp is doing what he's always done, telling stories. Just in a new form. And art critic Jonah Feldman had a pretty strong take too. His words? This is more than merch. This is catharsis in cotton. That line really stuck with people. Because when you look at the designs, you can feel the emotion. The brush strokes. The worn-in textures. The choices aren't random, they reflect something personal. Maybe even painful. But definitely honest. So if you're thinking about grabbing a piece from the collection, here's your heads up. The last time Depp released a series of limited edition art prints, they completely sold out in less than 24 hours. That's not hype. That's history. His fanbase is passionate, and once word gets out, things move fast. This latest drop? It's even more exclusive. Only 88 sets were made. That's not a lot. Especially not when fans, collectors, and even fashion museums are watching. And you know what's interesting? The number 88 wasn't just a random pick. Depp says it represents infinity. 2 loops. Never ending. A symbol of continuity, depth, maybe even personal healing. Kind of beautiful when you think about it. But here's the thing, let's be real. The collection is not cheap. These aren't items you grab for $20 at a pop-up shop. The craftsmanship, the design, the meaning, it all comes at a high-end price. Jackets, tees, and accessories are all premium quality, with custom details and artistic touches. So, if you're looking at the price tag and thinking, yeah, maybe not this time, you're not alone. And that's where the pro tip comes in. There's been quiet buzz that Depp's team might be working on a more affordable version of the collection later this year. It's not confirmed yet, but sources close to the project hinted at things like posters, prints, or maybe even NFTs for fans who want a piece of the story without breaking the bank. So, if you're not ready to splurge, just hang tight. Follow his official channels. Stay updated. Because if and when the next drop hits, you'll want to be ready. Now, for the creative folks out there, the ones who love DIY projects and making something by hand, there's another cool option. You can actually create your own inspired version using fabric transfer kits. Depp's earlier sketches are still available on his official art website. They're high-quality, black and white portraits and designs. Perfect for printing onto canvas, tote bags, even t-shirts. It's not the same as the limited drop, of course. But it's still personal. Still connected. And way more budget-friendly. Plus, there's something kind of special about wearing or displaying something you made yourself, especially when it's inspired by someone whose work speaks to you. So with all of this in mind, I'm curious. Do you think this is Johnny Depp's most personal project yet? Or do you see it as just another celebrity release with good marketing? Honestly, it's a tough call. It kind of depends on how you look at it. On one hand, yes, it's stylish. It's limited edition. It's tied to a luxury brand. That definitely fits the mold of a high-end celebrity drop. Something exclusive. Something designed to turn heads. But when you dig a little deeper, you start to feel something else. It's not just about the fabric or the price tag. At its core, it really feels like an outlet. Like an emotional release. Maybe even a quiet way of saying, here's what I've been carrying. And that's what makes it so different. Sure. Here's your script section expanded smoothly to around 600 words, keeping the original tone, structure, and meaning while making it even more engaging and conversational for voiceover. This doesn't feel like some marketing team sat around a glossy boardroom table thinking up ways to make a quick buck. You know that vibe when something feels super manufactured? This isn't that. This feels different. It feels like Johnny Depp himself was behind every decision. Like he personally touched every part of it, the colors, the textures, the words, the artwork. It's like he took pieces of his own journey and stitched them right into the fabric. Each design, each image, each little detail feels like it came from somewhere real. Somewhere deep. And when you really stop to think about where he's been, it actually makes a lot of sense. Because let's not forget, Johnny Depp's path has been anything but normal. It's been a wild ride. He went from quirky breakout roles in the 80s and 90s to becoming a global icon. Captain Jack Sparrow alone turned him into a household name. But behind all that fame, things weren't always smooth sailing. There were headlines. Courtrooms. public fallouts, rough patches in his career, and some very personal pain that unfolded in front of the whole world. He's seen fame at its highest highs, and also at some of its lowest, most brutal lows. But through all of that, if there's one thing that stayed true, it's this: he doesn't follow the script. He's never been the guy to do what's expected. Never been one to play the Hollywood game just for the sake of staying in the spotlight. He's always carved out his own lane. Sometimes that's meant big wins. Sometimes it's meant big risks. But it's always been his way. Even with this new collection, he could have played it safe. He could have dropped a fragrance line, or done a run of basic merch with his face on it. You know, the kind of stuff celebrities often do. But instead, he went for something raw. Something personal. Something with a heartbeat. He turned his own sketches, his own memories, emotions, maybe even his pain, into something wearable. Something people can actually feel. That's not just fashion. That's expression. That's storytelling in a whole new way. So yeah, maybe this drop isn't about hype at all. Maybe it's about healing. Maybe it's about connection. Maybe it's his way of quietly saying, this is a part of me I haven't shared before. And that's powerful. But hey, that's just how I see it. Now I'm really curious about your take. Did this drop catch you off guard? Were you surprised to see Depp go in this artistic direction? Or have you kind of been waiting for him to do something like this, something more intimate, more personal? Do you think this is a real creative move straight from the heart? Or does it feel more like a carefully planned branding move? Just wrapped in soulful packaging? Honestly, it could go either way, right? That's what makes it so interesting. Some people might say, oh, come on, it's just another celeb dropping a fashion line. But then you take a closer look, and there's real emotion in there. Real effort. It doesn't feel rushed or flashy. It feels intentional. And that's what makes me stop and ask, what's really behind this? That's where you come in. I'd love to know what you're thinking. Was this drop something you expected from Johnny Depp? Or did it completely take you by surprise? Do you see it as a bold, creative step in a new direction? A message to fans? A kind of artistic therapy, maybe? Or are you still a bit skeptical, like maybe it's just another marketing campaign that looks deeper than it is? Whatever your thoughts are, drop them in the comments. I genuinely want to hear from you. No, seriously, I read every single comment. And what's so cool is how many of you catch things I miss. Your perspectives make these videos richer. So don't be shy, let me know what you think down below. And hey, if you're someone who loves it when celebrities totally break the mold, when they step outside the spotlight and do something real and unexpected, then I've got another video you'll want to see. It's called, Why Keanu Reeves Lives Like He's Not Famous. And trust me, that story will give you a whole new level of respect for the guy. He lives so differently from the Hollywood norm. No flashy lifestyle, no drama, just doing his own thing, quietly and authentically. It's honestly kind of inspiring. And if you like this video, I think you'll really enjoy that one too. I'll link it for you right after this. Now, if this story made you think, or even just made you pause for a second, go ahead and tap that like button. It's such a small thing, but it really helps the channel grow and reach more people who love this kind of content. And if you're into behind-the-scenes stories, unexpected celeb moves, or deep dives into creative projects that don't always make the front page, then hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the bell too, so you never miss a drop. We've got some fascinating ones coming up. Seriously, thank you for hanging out with me today. Whether this is your first video or you've been here for a while, I really appreciate your time. There are so many videos out there you could be watching, and the fact that you chose this one? That means a lot. Stay curious. Stay inspired. And remember, sometimes the most unexpected, beautiful stories come from the people we thought we already knew. See you in the next one.